You're listening to Headspin by Aslan's Place, bite-sized episodes where Dr. Paul L. Cox and Jeff Stow help you understand biblical concepts that may seem confusing but can be understood with a proper foundation.
So, Paul, a better theology for Christians than I'm being attacked is we are advancing. We are taking territory. We're taking it to the enemy. And so,
Correct.
how do we live this out? How do we experience this? How is this of benefit to us? What does this look like in real life?
I first need to tell you that I have been the victim of my own thinking and words. And I have sabotaged myself by minimizing who I am and who God is and what God can do. And so uh, the Lord's been very patient as He's been teaching me and instructing me. So the roots of this revelation really go back to a dream I had many years ago where I was standing against a wall. I was aware I was like against a wall, and there was someone speaking to me. And I now really do believe that it was the Lord, that the Lord was speaking to me. And He said to me, "Your blood pressure is 197." And I said to Him, "But I'm not under stress." And then He said to me, "It is about your thinking." So, you wake up from dreams like this and you think, what in the world is that all about? And I did everything I could do thinking about it. I talked to people that were into dream interpretation, and I could not find any answer at all. I think it was literally weeks later, maybe even months later, that I was in Australia on a ministry trip, and Jeff, it was the strangest thing. It's like the Lord put a zip file in my brain. And so he jumps into my brain as this and then goes whoop, like that. And I thought, I understand it now. And I realized that 197 is Job 19:7. If I cry out concerning wrong, I am not heard. If I cry aloud, there is no justice. Now, we can have an interpretation of Job that says, well, everything in the Bible is literally true, and so that must be true, that there is no justice and that I am not heard. But sometimes the truth is what he is saying. What he is saying is absolutely true, and God acknowledges that is what we are thinking. And of course, Job really did have reason to suffer. We cannot dispute that. He suffered with the death of his family. He suffered with the loss of everything. He suffered with physical illness. He was absolutely suffering. And I do not question his right to complain. I would have probably been worse. And I may have done worse things than that. And maybe you have, or others have that are listening, that we cry out to the Lord and said, "Where are you? Why aren't you intervening? Why don't you stop this? Why?" And you see, this is really about his thinking. This is his thinking about who God is. Now, it is not the truth of who God is, but it is what he thinks. It is about his thinking. Then, the Lord is so clever. I thought, well, I wonder what Psalm 19:7 says, right? The same number. So Psalm 19:7 says, listen to this, the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. This is correct thinking. The thinking is not, well, God, why do you do this? I hate you. We do not believe what theologians or Bible scholars say when a hurricane comes and they say, well, God had his reasons. That is an absolute lie. God did not have his reasons. This is evil. Destruction is evil. This is evil. And so my view of God is, and here's the key, Jeff. This is the right thinking. And it goes all the way back to the beginning. This is what I base everything I believe about God. He is good, and his love endures forever. That is who my God is. He is good, and his love endures forever.
That's a good starting point, and I'll look forward to you building upon that in our next episode.
Okay.
Headspin is hosted by Jeff Stow and produced by Aslan's Place Ministry. For more information on Aslan's Place, visit aslansplace.com.